Welcome to Cretoni Entertainment. I'm Chris.
I'm pretty.
Screw Warhammer, screw Games Workshop, screw everybody. You all suck. I hate you all. I'm going to go on a rant. It's time to get canceled. What's cancelable? Let's see. I don't like almond joy that much. I love almonds. I love coconut. I don't like almond joy. I don't know why. The almond kind of ruins the flow of it for me. I prefer mounds. Nobody likes mounds, but I like mounds, and I hate you all. And pineapple belongs on pizza. And I've got all sorts of rants to go on.
This is the third time we've recorded
this. Is the third time we're recording this video. Actually, I'm going to pause it here to make sure it's working, and we'll be right back. And we're back after that brief word from our sponsors. Thank you for staying tuned to Cretoni Entertainment. We are much calmer now than we were.
No, we're not.
37 seconds ago.
Nope.
We are still probably raspy because this microphone hates me. And screw this microphone. It's the worst. I don't know how to make myself sound normal in this damn thing. You seem to have... And now we're demonetized, but we're never monetized because it's a joke. So anyway, this is the third time we're recording this video. The first time, I apparently ran out of space on my computer because I have so many unprocessed videos on here.
We have so much content.
It was just like, no, go away. And then the second time, even though I set my microphone that hates me to be the default microphone, it switched to some other weird input that has no microphone attached to it, and we're here to talk about Warhammer. So we're going to be critical of Games Workshop in future videos, and we've got some upcoming ones that, I mean, let's be honest, if you're not at least trying one-page rules with your Warhammer minis, you're doing yourself a disservice. We're going to have a whole video about that topic, but we just wanted to do a quick video, and kind of talk a little bit about what Warhammer is to us, so you have some perspective. As dogs, get out. You're Hey, get. Sorry about that, folks. I'm not stopping to re-record this again. It's just we're just gonna go, and whatever's gonna happen happens. And if this doesn't record, I'm just gonna publish a noiseless video. That's what I'm gonna do.
Maybe Emmett will fart on you again.
Yeah. In the last recording of the video, the dog farted on me. I had my foot on his back right near his hindquarters, and I felt vibration coming out of his butt. It was like, what is going on here? Anyway, this is getting really ranty. Warhammer. Let's kind of get back on track. 3 minutes into the video here.
Don't do as long a drawn-out thing. Just say you've got a lot of experience. You got 20 years.
I've been with Warhammer 20 years. I don't play it anymore. Good night, folks. Is that what we're doing? I'm doing it again. Here we go. Not the whole thing. We're going to be critical of Games Workshop. There's things going on with Games Workshop. They're ongoing. These are not going to be criticisms people haven't heard before if you're involved in the wargaming scene at all. I'm going to have a little bit of a different take on some of them, I think, than other people. Namely, I cannot think of a single good reason why... And this is from somebody who owns tens of thousands of dollars of Games Workshop minis.
Very expensive car in our front area.
I can't think of a single reason why we should have to use Games Workshop minis for Games Workshop games. That's going to be a whole topic of another video.
Especially with 3D printing.
Well, I mean, like the whole concept of WYSIWYG.
Yeah.
Like true WYSIWYG. Like anything that's not a Space Marine is a proxy of a Space Marine. Is absurd. When you really think about it, it's absolutely laughable that this is a thing that we've allowed ourselves to believe, because the only people who benefit
is Games Workshop
are the companies that make these products.
Mm-hmm.
And the counter to that is usually, well, if you want to keep having the product coming out, you have to support the company. You can support a company without blindly purchasing everything they put out to the detriment of everything else and new opportunities. You can do that too. That's really, realistically, it is not my problem to prepay a tax for their future products.
No.
A company needs to put out a good product to entice a consumer to buy, not tell a consumer to buy or they won't get more. If you can't do that, you don't really belong in business. And we're getting off on a Games Workshop rant because it's the third time we've done this, and the nice calming story I told last time, I just feel like an angry orc at this point. I don't even know what to do. But at any rate,
dwarf.
I've been playing Warhammer for 20 years, or I had played Warhammer for 20 years. I'd been involved in just about everything Games Workshop, whether it was Warhammer Fantasy, then Age of Sigmar, then Warhammer 40k, some of their sub-games that came out in White Dwarf, Warhammer Underworlds, Blood Bowl, Kill Team 2018, Warhammer Quest, yada, yada, yada. Basically, you pick it as Games Workshop, and I was just all wall for it. All wall. I saw that coming up, so I had to say that. That was actually a clip from a team tournament that I played in several years ago that we had a lot of fun with. I played tournaments, I played campaigns, I played casual games, I played built more lists than I care to think about.
Organized campaigns.
Organized
tournaments.
I actually was one of the original 2018 Warhammer Heroes, the first class of Warhammer Heroes they did. So my name is up on the wall in Nottingham. There's some photos in here of the Warhammer Hero medal and some of the Warhammer Heroes in here. Likenesses used without permission, so, I mean, whatever. Go ahead and sue me for the monetization of this video. There is no monetization because Crotone Entertainment is...
disaster.
Yeah, we're dumpster fire.
Pretty much.
But anyway, very, very long history with Warhammer. And I guess what I'm getting at is that relationship should not define my opinion of the future. And that relationship probably should not define my opinion of the company or other games, or limit what it is I'm getting involved in. I haven't said this in this recording yet. Every picture on here is a picture of either mine or Bree's miniatures. This is not just random pictures we found on the internet. That's why these are not like top grade professional photos. These are literally like photos I was taking in the moment as I was getting stuff painted. Photos of games we've been involved in. Just crap like that. Just all of it has been... It's been a wonderful experience overall with Warhammer. I don't know. I feel like maybe I've outgrown the lore. If I'm totally honest, I think I might have outgrown the lore. I'm gonna say this: none of it was ever well written.
No,
it wasn't. I mean, and I love Gotrek and Felix. I do. I love Gotrek and Felix. Those books are not well written.
I mean,
but I love them.
Great literature, they are not.
I love everything about them, but they are no Nathaniel Hawthorne or Ernest Hemingway, they're not even a Herman Melville.
Whoa.
I spent way too much time studying Moby Dick. Herman Melville is not my friend. We're just going to leave that at that.
I mean, Chris even built tables. This is.
I built tables. This was for a store. This was not even for me. This was me and some buddies building some tables for a store that moved locations. Very long relationship with Warhammer. I'm going to be critical of Games Workshop. I just want everybody to know that I have a very, very long background with Warhammer. So my criticisms of Games Workshop, my commentary on whether or not I think certain game systems are better than Games Workshop, are not based off of anger. I have no regrets about my relationship with Warhammer. I met a lot of people. I had a lot of great games. But they're going to come. The criticisms are going to come. I'll still snag Games Workshop models secondhand. They haven't really produced anything, honestly, in the last couple of years that's really made me jump for joy. They've gotten really bad at negative space.
Yeah.
They've really lost the idea that sometimes less is more. Mm-hmm. And everything's just so crowded now. But anyway, that's an old man complaining.
Grognar.
And I have a whole rant about lore in general. I think I've actually outgrown the lore of a lot of games. And I think, realistically, the lore that's created while you play the games is probably more important than the lore of the games themselves.
Oh, it's all about the friends
we made along the way. Absolutely.
There you go.
Actually, I was thinking about that guy who has that guy who has that 40-year game of D&D.
Oh my God, jealous.
Very jealous of that guy. But anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole story again. I apologize. This video has turned into an absolute dumpster fire because I'm tired of recording this for the third time. Very, very, very long relationship with Warhammer. Bree has a similar, well, not quite as long, not quite as involved, but Bree has similar stories about Games Workshop. Mm-hmm. For you Heroes of the Grid fans who are watching, here's my kill team of Power Rangers that I did out of Space Marines. This was before Heroes of the Grid was even a game.
Yep.
This was just something I thought would be funny to do.
Because the eldest had started watching Power Rangers again. And
Hero Clicks, you just Freudian slipped that like crazy.
I did.
Wow, what went on there? Anyway, Bree and I actually met over Warhammer. We met organizing a game of Apocalypse that turned out to be an absolute dumpster fire, and I can't tell you how many, just during that flirtation period, how many games of 40K did we play that were like overtures of flirtation.
Yes, my Necrons were super, super flirtatious with their flesh fan dances across from you. But yeah, I mean, that was it. I actually got into Warhammer before I met Chris.
Oh, you're going to tell the story again.
I
respect that, because I kind of bombed out on it. I really phoned it in this time.
I got into it to replace D&D because I didn't have a group down here, and I couldn't find a place that sold Reaper minis because those are my favorite to paint.
Not anymore. They're not what they were. That was back in the metal days.
Yeah.
Reaper's still fine. It's just they're PVC plastic that can be obnoxious to paint.
It's not the same. And again, 3D printing. It makes it just
That reminds me, I got some models on the printer you still need to screen.
Yeah, sweet. Get to pull those. But I did, and I had gotten into it, and then they were like, "Oh, but there's a game you can play with these." And I can remember the first box I bought was Demonettes.
The old metal ones?
No. Yes, they were the metal Demonettes on the plastic riders.
Oh, they were the Stygis Lanesh.
Yeah. So I got in those. I thought they were amazing. Then I found out there was a game. Then I found out the game had zombies on multiple levels. I loved it. It was amazing. And then I met Chris, and I was like, "Oh, look, this cute boy also wants to also plays this game." And then he introduced me to fantasy, and I was like, "Oh, this is all the stuff I love, anyways." It's got elves, vampires.
I actually said, "Hey, baby, let me tell you about my fantasy." She misheard it.
I mean, some of the first books we read to Julian were when he started doing chapter books and was becoming a big boy.
Warhammer Adventures.
It was the Warhammer Adventures.
Hey, get out of here if you're going to chew a water bottle.
So like when Chris and I say we have the street cred, when it comes...
I didn't actually say street cred. You keep using that phrase.
I use that. When it comes to Warhammer, we mean it. We have put so much money into Warhammer and so much time and love, because of course we do still very fondly look at our models. Definitely.
Well, I still paint GW figs that I've had for years that are not fully painted. Blood and sweat. No tears. I don't think I've ever cried over Warhammer, but blood and sweat, because God, I've cut myself enough building models.
Okay. This is quick story time. When Chris and I were courting,
very quickly, you have like a minute and a half.
Yeah, when Chris and I were courting, the one night he called me cleaning dark elves.
Those are pointy.
And literally at one point, I just hear him kind of do this, ow. And he's telling me...
let me stop you. Anybody who has ever built the 6th edition Dark Elf Warriors knows this story very well. Those of you who have never built a 6th edition Dark Elf Warrior, you're not going to understand. Just move on.
They're very pointy, and Chris had dropped a spear, and then he found it with his foot.
No, hand. I found it with my hand. It was literally stuck in my hand. The plastic was that sharp that when I reached down and I lowered my hand too quickly...
They were the plastic ones.
Yes, it was. It was. It was the plastic 6th edition Dark Elf Warriors. And the plastic was sharp enough on plastic back then that I put my hand down too fast, and it just happened to... You know, like when you get yourself with like a hobby knife or like a pin, and it just kind of catches your skin and just pokes into your skin just enough to kind of hang in there. It was hanging off my thumb.
I do it with jewelry wire all the time.
There you go. So this is Warhammer's hurt me. I need help. I need a safe space.
He needs an adult.
I need a safe space from Warhammer.
Oh, look at Rainbow Bright
and Murky.
Oh, they're so cute.
So I painted a pink dragon with rainbow wings because somebody told me I wouldn't do it once, and I did it because they told me I wouldn't. Then I painted another dragon in all monochrome because they told me I wouldn't, so I did. I like to do that.
Yep. And it's been... how many times have you repainted your high elves at this point?
That's not fair anymore, because at this point my house is also being converted. You're seeing some of them. I've converted... Yeah. I've mixed old 6th edition High Elf parts in with the new Lumineth Realm Lords, and I really think the results work very, very well. I'm very pleased with them. But anyway, we've just been in Warhammer a long time, so take it with a grain of salt when we criticize Games Workshop. It's not about Warhammer. It is strictly about the company. Like and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell button for notification. We're going to be talking a lot about one-page rules, Star Wars Legion, Super Fantasy Brawl. Hopefully some free blades. Maybe some D&D at some point, too. Stick with us. We've got a lot to come down the road.
Bye!